I'm Albert Beale. I'm one of the volunteers who helps keep Housmans on the go, and I'm just going to welcome you to the shop and do a few bits of housekeeping things tonight. I feel a bit like those stewards and stewardesses who say things at the beginning of flights, for those of you who are good enough still to fly, because some of you will have heard this before, except I've been dressing down today, so I'm not quite right, Housmans is one of the last main radical and political bookshops left in London, and besides selling a very wide and non-sectarian range of subversive literature, we do try to make the space available for events like this with the aim of providing the spread of ideas and debate and so on. And so if you come to events like this and you think it's very useful and it's good to have spaces like this in London, then do come and buy the odd biro here now and again, things like that to help to keep the shop on the go, because as I said, there aren't many radical shops like this left, and it is a struggle to keep going. If you are interested in other events here, then you can leave your email address on the sign-up sheet on the counter, and you get a newsletter mailed to you once a month with details, or you can look on the events page on the shop's website, or you can look on the wall or whatever. So there's lots of ways of keeping in touch, and there's no excuse for not knowing about the various things like tonight, and some of them very unlike tonight, that are going on here. So anyway, tonight we've got Nick Davies, whose book came out last year and caused quite a lot of comments and remarks at the time. One or two of the comments and remarks were very negative ones, but they tend to be from the editors of national British newspapers, and so that was obviously a fairly good sign. And now he's here to talk about, well, the thesis is the same in the paperback, but it's more affordable. So Nick's going to talk about the ideas behind his book and introduce the ideas. I think for up to half an hour. And then there'll be a chance for questions and discussion, whatever you want. And basically, if any of you want to hang around, browse, talk, argue, discuss politics for as long as you want tonight, that's absolutely fine. The door will stay unlocked as long as you want to stay here. Okay, so over to Nick. Thanks.
Okay. Just before I start, I should warn you, I used to get asthma when I was a child, and it started creeping back into my lungs. And occasionally I stop breathing, and I can feel it beginning to happen. So if it happens, don't worry. I just make a face like a fish, and I never die. Not even once have I died. Now, this is true, but I won't, I promise. He's right, what Albert says about the way the book was received. There was astonishing, eye-watering hostility. There was a review in The Guardian by Peter Preston, for whom I used to work when he was editor of The Guardian, which was just vicious and deeply dishonest as well. He invented a whole series of things about me in the book to give himself a target to attack. The editors went on the Radio 4 Today programme, the guy who edits The Independent on Sunday, who's a decent bloke called John Mullen, and a horrible creep from the News of the World called Stuart Cutler. They came and attacked him. Paul Dacre from the evil Daily Mail made a speech recently, and he couldn't even bring himself to vomit the name of this